Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Last time, you managed to complete all the super bosses in the game and completed them all. This time, though, it's challenge mode time. Now, challenge mode can be useful for many things. Especially those art books you can possibly get. What friends like tackling today? Attempt trials. So you can start with any single one of these, and then you can also do uniquely disadvantaged. That one right there is the hardest one in the game for a reason. You get to fight several unique monsters at once. And it's legitimately the toughest challenge you'll ever fight in the beginning. So, outright speaking, since you're not going to be worrying about certain items, don't worry about it too much. Equipment setups, basically, you just want to make sure you have a spike defense at decent levels so you can actually stop getting damaged too much. Spike defense is a bit more helpful than others, so make sure you have that. I'm actually going to do that for Fiora because she doesn't have any of it, and I really need her to have that. Where did I put that spike defense? Just when I could put it on the armor. Right! I remember now. You can't put spike defense on equipment pieces, so you have no choice but to put them on something else. Yeah, kind of sucky. And unfortunately for me, this means agility up is going to be a waste. Yeah, I don't like doing this. I really don't. Unfortunately, Fiora's like limited kit kind of screws me over. So let's go back in there and do uniquely disadvantaged. I'll honestly just heal Fiora up anytime I get into trouble. So Lost in the Dark Dream is the quest that you unlock when you complete it. You also get the Leonidas Helms and Gear and Creeves. For a restricted variation, you get the Power Goggles set. These sets are mainly just, you know, design-wise. Nothing else to like that. It's just basically there to essentially give you more cosmetic materials.
Please to come back soon.
Let's start with the one we got after Future Connected. Entering this, Future Connected one lets you fight against Fog Beasts! Yep, you're fighting a bunch of Fog Beasts that are very, very powerful and very, very dangerous. Thankfully, though, they're very much of a cakewalk once you know what you're doing. And really, they're not too bad all things considered. See? My movements are pretty easy, as you can plainly tell. And this is pretty much a cakewalk once you get the hang of it. Getting rid of the Fog Beast is something you want to do first off, of course, since you've played the Connected, like I have. And you have the ability to do it. And it's the first time you can actually use Dumbbell Fiora in any other fight besides this. Especially with Fog Beasts. Anyway, Slit Edge. Let's use Worldly Slash. And then Fiora will do Double Wind, which will hit everything around her. I can actually kill one of them. Nice. That gives me another charge again. So this one's very easy. It's not exactly that hard. Like a Mammoth is just pretty easy. Everything else left. Once you kill the like Mammoth, it ends it off entirely. So don't worry about it too much. So yeah, you got a high score getting up on Stern for that. And rewards you earned, of course, was the Leonidas Gear, which is the most powerful defensive equipment in the game. Except they have no slots, so they're kind of bad.
Greetings.
Now, the next one I want to do and tackle is, well, of course, uniquely disadvantaged. This one is the toughest one in the game. Now, more often than not, there's some changes with this one in particular. Uniquely disadvantaged has you fight 2 of the super bosses at the end of it. So be very careful.
Nopon Archsage expecting good record. Alrighty. Time to rumble.
Yep. 3 monsters at once, and they are annoying. Having debuff resist is seriously good. Although me getting hurt that much is not exactly that good. Okay. Okay, good. Sucker Bungworm, amusingly enough, does not have a spike, so everything's easier. Oh no. Really have to go for the Shimmy Forte? Alright, fine. Get rid of the Shimmy Forte next. I am not dealing with that spike. Ironically enough, it's actually easier once you get rid into a topple state, and it actually makes it go by much quicker. Although Strength Down is definitely way more beneficial than you think. Comfort and Ragiel is actually pretty easy to deal with once you get rid of it. And it's honestly going by really quickly once you get the hang of this. You really want to get yourself to maximize your damage to it. Guess what? Immovable Gonzalez and Territorial Rothbart. Monkey on monkey. Alright, so let's Malpurge it first so we can actually get rid of the spike. Because Fiora is the one that's going to get punished for it and no one else. Because, of course, it's just the obnoxious getting spiked. Alright, do that, do that, do that. Get a lot of more points added. Ooh, where's Monkey? Alright, that's it. Everyone's at max tension, which actually really helps me a lot more when you think about it. Because that can happen, and then Steel Strike can happen, and then finally Final Cross can happen. And because Final Cross happened, I can use Monado Cyclone to hit both of them at once. Now the Immovable Gonzalez is down, and all that's left is Territorial Rothbart, which, while he has a spike, isn't nearly as high probably should get to stop. Alright, yeah, unfortunately without Fiora having more slots added to her, I kind of stuck dealing with this. Ooh, no. Can you stop going for her? Now, last wave, guess what? What's about using Abazi? Haha. Yep. Just as bad as you think. Triggering one triggers the other, so we pretty much activated the enemies fighting at the same time. I wish I could stop getting hit by that. Now, they have less defense than they usually have, as well as the fact they have less offense than they usually have, simply because it's scaling based on enemies. Alright, there we go. Let's just focus on damage, because we're not going to worry about anything else too much. I'm really just underneath. Alright, fine. Soaring Tempest. Alright, let's just double win, because that's going to be my most between both of them, but I'm... Okay. Unfortunately for me, it looks like my Affinity, while being maxed, is not exactly huge. I really wish this thing would stop moving around too much. Mountain Stamp! Why? Okay. You good? I wish I could lose that aggro right now. I'm not even hitting you. With this combo. Okay, that's annoying. Get off. Alright, nope. You stop hitting her right now. Double wind. Again. What is going on with Blizzard Balgoos? I can't even kill him in the first shot. Get out of here already. There you go. So annoying. Now we can actually focus our attention on the Bessie and Bessie. Okay, good. Dumbman's fine. He didn't get launched, so he doesn't get affected by Daze nonsense, so he's fine. However, hitting this thing is annoying. What's he doing now? DM Purging Fire. I was going to go for Monado Speed, but I'm pretty sure if I don't go for armor, I'm going to be punished. Okay, no. Yep. All the up. Beep. Nice. Unfortunately, he still has the same advantage he usually has, so half duration is super annoying. But it does stop him from giving arts for a little bit, and it actually helps a lot more than you think. The lower strength down is actually way good against him. Unfortunately for me, it looks like I'm gonna get burned for me. Alright, it's dead, and uniquely disadvantaged is completed. Honestly, it's pretty much the easiest one you can actually go if you know what you're doing. It's not exactly hard, but at the same time, wouldn't be too bad to just deal with it. The rewards you get from this one, though, are pure 8,000, which is actually really good. And earning the S rank gives you, well, the Power Arms too. Not exactly the most helpful, given the fact they have no slots, so really, you just get them for the sake of it. Uniquely disadvantaged causes you to fight. I'm not going to fight them with the uniquely disadvantaged set. I might as well show it off. Your party is this. Yeah, as you already can figure out right now, the game does not care. They also include Charlotte into that, and you know for a fact that Headshaker does not work against super bosses. So Headshot's pretty much useless. And Melly doesn't even have Starlight Kick equipped, which means it's forcibly meaning that Fiora's going to have to do the maximum amount in order to deal with it. Not only that, they don't have their max skill trees. So While the most damaging one and the one that gives you the Frontier series for your design outfit, I'm not going to bother with this. Instead, let's check the trade items. Now, trade items are great to have, especially when you're going to get maximum amounts. Since you unlock the gear, you can actually equip these gear at any point you want. So, by the way, yeah, you can do this instead in order to get the materials needed for Colony 6. And material needed here as well. A lot of them are also found by areas. Now, these are the arts that you want to grab. The Level Master arts give you level 12. I explained this previously, but this is actually really good to have, especially when you get the maximum amount you can actually get. Now, it only increases the damage. It does not decrease the cooldown when it reaches level 11 to 12. Don't bother worrying about it. You can only go up to level 5 for certain items. And while the night vision jump is tempting, it only goes at 36%, so bad. Yeah, and the gear you get from this area is not exactly worrying too much. The Istar drones, a lot of bad items here, not really all that interesting. A lot of them are just cosmetic gear. So really, don't worry about it too much. You're not going to run into any like powerful gear you can possibly get out from the trial mode. So that's it for the challenge mode. You can do this whenever you want, and you can get a bunch of materials, a bunch of items. If you're doing the game still that haven't completed it, you can do it here. This will allow you to actually complete the game and actually allow you to do more damage, as well as complete the necessary requirements needed for Colony 6. Now I'm going to show off what you need to do for getting AP, SP, and experience in this game far faster. So I'll be right back. Now I'd only recommend this area in particular if you're above level 90 and have no other way to stop it. Big warning! This is only recommended for people who've completed Mechonis Core and nothing else. I would not recommend going here yet. So for anyone who's here, just skip past and I'll show you an easier area. Now, to gain experience and gain AP and gain a lot of other things you need to fight a group of enemies. I'm not kidding. So getting an entire group of enemies together is not exactly hard in the game. Downside is you need to lure a lot of these enemies around. Now, quick tip. If you want to level down, you can do this extra mode and lower yourself down. For example, I'll be right back when I level something down. Alright, fix that issue. I was trying to get myself lowered levels where not too low level, but at the same time good enough to actually hit these things. Now, for when you want to do this, you want to make sure you have access to certain arts and equipment pieces. You really want night vision if you want to hit an enemy above you. So, theoretically speaking, let's do weapon power so we can actually keep our weapon power going. Now, this is a risky strategy. Now, to gain SP, AP, and experience a lot faster, you need to fight enemies that are around your level or above your level. Night vision helps a lot more than you think, and luring them is a lot easier than you think. Keep in mind, though, of course, these enemies are a pain, so yeah. Now, I'm going to try to track a group of them together and get everything awoken up, so I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Lured everyone up awake. Now, this is a risky strategy because there's a lot of enemies, so be forewarned. And if you have Shulk on the AI, immediately get rid of Battle Soul because he will use it. Oh, right, Shadow Eye. Lamau, forgot. Now, let's actually maximize Shadow Eye because I think that's going to be useful. So, yep, whatever. Alright, whatever. As you notice, I don't have enough AP to do much. Now, if you really want to get AP, you get AP gems. So, immediately equip him with an AP gem that will actually benefit him the most. For example, I recommend getting rid of the Strength Up because while you can use Strength Up, AP is a little bit more precious than you think. Let's go with the AP 50% I have. Okay. Now, Shulk needs the AP the most, so don't bother. You want to make sure it's also nighttime for this if you want to use your night vision to bypass the enemy level nonsense, because the barriers will literally mean that you're not going to be able to hit them, and tension going down is worse. Alright, let's work it some... Wait a minute. I noticed I didn't have Heat Haze, and that's usually the strategy I use with Dunban. I hate when I forget the strategy. Now, Heat Haze Soaring Tempest is the main bread and butter for Dunban, and it works to a great degree. First things first, before you start the battle, immediately go into Peerless, so force everyone to Strength Up. And use Shadow Eye, then this, and then use Soaring Tempest to maximize their power. You immediately get a chain attack going, and then when you chain attack, kill as many enemies as you possibly can. Now, as you notice, I'm doing a lot of damage quickly, and then you hit a lot more enemies. Now, doing this is a very easy strategy. As you notice, I already got 28 SP and a lot of AP, and Children's Book will fall into a fit. Whatever the case. Now, doing this is risky, but it's also well worth the effort once you get a much amount of party to get there. As you see, my SP is jumping to 30. 30 is the maximum you can possibly get from a fight, and it's really good to have, especially when you also gain attacks double the amount of AP and experience that you get from fights. If you get all that, you can pretty much get a lot of AP going no matter what. So let's actually keep this going for a bit more. I missed. Gotta love when I miss when I don't want to miss. Oh, sheesh. Okay, whatever. Now, as you notice, I'm also getting a lot of experience in this fight. It's very good, especially when you want to get that much experience. And, you know. Now, if a person is, like, say, in a panic, you can actually use them, helping them in order to get the affinity up, and this is really good. There's a particular enemy that I have a video already recorded for, if you want to see how to get that affinity bonus in order to get your max affinity up. Trust me when I say it's incredibly useful. Alright, let's try this again, and this time actually cooperate. As you can tell, it did a lot of damage and maximized my chance attack again, therefore I can do this again. And because I can heal from critical hits, I can keep going with this. Now let's do this again. Backslash. Alright, we use Sword Tender Drones, which is going to do massive damage. And keep this going. And then poke. And poke. And poke. As you can tell, I'm getting a lot of experience for doing this, and it's really worth the effort. And look at the wide range attack. It actually got rid of most of it. And this one is actually dead as well. As you can tell, I got halfway down from 98 experience points for level 90 to 91. It's really good to get, and it really helps you a lot more when you're getting items. You really want to do the strategy to get it out of the way. Now, it's also really useful with certain enemies. If you aren't really this far ahead in the game, there is another area I'd recommend. If you only just got past Galahad Fortress, there is an area I'd like to recommend in Fallen Arm. Now, big warning, if you are trying to do this after you beat Mechanic's Core, don't. You're just asking to be punished. Oh, good, he's not here today. I was worried that he was here. Also, as you noticed, Charlotte maxed out her skill tree, even though I was focusing on other characters. Yeah, doing this actually helps get the skill tree unlocking very quickly. The only one that's left to do skill tree is Fiora, and that's pretty much the last skill tree I need to do. Now, SP cannot be easily, like, you know, increased rapidly. There is an area over here in question. If you have not reached this point in the game, I'd recommend doing it after you've reached Fallen Arm. It's very useful to do this. Alright, there we go. We got all of them there. I'm just going to lower my level to 50 to 49. Alright, so the circumventing is easy. You really want to be at least 3 levels below them if you really want to. The max you can go up to 5. If you don't do that, then you're in trouble. Fearless first, and then doing this. Beat Haze, and then Fearless Slash, so you can increase the damage a little bit more, and then showing 10% maximization. Now, this strategy is, of course, really useful, especially when you get this damage output going. As you know, they're not unique monsters, however, you're getting 30 points and a lot of AP doing this. If you keep going with this, this will actually speed up the AP process, and SP process, and experience process much faster. So, yeah, pretty much. You really want to just keep going up the amount of damage you can actually pull out, as well as the fact that you're getting a chain attack going. Maxing your chain attack is able to double your SP very quickly. Don't do this, you're pretty much asking to not get enough to do it. Now, there is a reason why you don't want to try to fight an enemy above your level. It's because your accuracy drops the higher level the enemy is. When it reaches a red warning tag, that will mean that your accuracy is going to drop rapidly. In order to circumvent it, you need night vision to max out. The max you can get is 50%. I was wrong about that, so forgive me on that one. Now, I'll be right back, because there is now going to head to a point where I actually did the affinity thing, and I was still working on it, so be right back. Now, this is mostly recommended to do if you've beaten Mechanic's Core and managed to get over to level 80-something. Trust me when I say this strategy is much better than any other strategy to get affinity, and better than just going after dang affinity items to hope to get increased affinity. Now, there are a few skills you want to grab. First things first, you want to make sure you have Ryan's skill tree at max, with his last skill being the Friends Forever, which increases affinity when you encourage an ally. This gives you 30 points of affinity up, and it's a good thing to have. You can skill link this to other characters. I'd recommend doing this above all else. I've been doing this just so I can get the max heart to hearts, as well as get everything else recorded. So I'm going to go fight Swimming Bagel again, because this thing is actually the best strategy to get the affinity. There are other strategies in the game, and I learned this strategy thankfully by a YouTuber named Enel. He does a lot of Xenoblade content, so it's expected. Ricky, why do you do that? Move. There you go. You have to mash the B button in order to make sure you can get the affinity maximum, otherwise it's not going to do anything. Be forewarned if Ricky has... No. Ricky, stop. Thank you. Ugh. Whatever about that. Let's just focus on getting a viewer's affinity up. You want to wait until you get a certain level of affinity up. The biggest, in my opinion, is to wait until a potential chance to dodge, or another one entirely is when you see an affinity bubble going up to heart. I'm trying to get Fiora's affinity to max because Fiora and Melia's affinity has always been the lowest, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with because I'm not going to deal with it anymore. So yeah, let's just deal with that quickly. Okay, item whatever. Can you heal Fiora, please? Thank you. I just have a few seconds of just doing this nonsense. You can technically escape from battle in the speed of the process. However, most of the time I have to do this strategy because it's a little bit faster. I use this strategy on all the characters. Hey, stop. Party's in full swing is what you need. Ricky, come on. Sorry, Fiora, it looks like you're going to be a max affinity and then die for it because apparently the game likes doing this to me. So, yeah, that's pretty much the strategy you want to use against the whole affinity grabbing to max. Alright, we're back. As you saw, I could use recommending to actually use that against that unique monster found in RFC only. Now, we're pretty much done in the way of Xenoblade Chronicles. There's nothing really left to do. We pretty much completed everything else. You can go after any unique monsters you so wish. I haven't personally gone after them because I don't want to. Mainly because it's not well worth the effort to go after every unique monster when you just need enough coins to keep going. I think we should stop the LP now. We've done everything we can do, and pretty much finished all Xenoblade Chronicles. Future Connect is done, everything else is done. There's nothing else to do. But say goodbye to this game for now, series for now, and start a new series. The trailer for the next series will be posted tomorrow after this video is uploaded. So I thank you all so much for watching this LP. If you decided to check it out, the playlist is up screen right now with the next video potentially next for the trailer for the next LP, as well as the 100 subscriber special. 100 subscribers, thank you for everything that I'm happy to actually get this far into the game. So, see you all next time.